Wow.
When we showed disability rights activists the confrontation caught on camera,
oh my gosh, the police officer just pushed her.
They couldn't believe their eyes.
Abusive. It was abusive.
Julie Riskin with Colorado Cross Disability Coalition says this is not just an officer being rude, it's a civil rights violation.
She must be just terrified. She's pointing to him. He gets getting right in her face and cornering her.
Doreen Salazar was terrified.
He was mad. He was so mad.
She says she has Graves' disease, psychiatric issues, and can only see a few inches from her face.
It's pretty obvious from the way she's looking at her mail that she has a visual impairment.
Disabilities that Riskin says officers clearly should have noticed.
Oh my goodness. She's in handcuffs.
Especially since this is public housing for the elderly and disabled, where residents might well be terrified of breaking the rules on who they let in.
She could lose her housing not just now, but forever.
Again today, DPD wouldn't comment, citing an internal affairs investigation. But a police union spokesman tells 7 News there are obviously 2 sides to every story. We've barely gotten the first side and haven't heard the second, let alone the full story. But Riskin says, based on the video, it's hard to understand how this escalated from a disabled woman checking her mail to being led out of her home in handcuffs.
This was a total lack of disability, of understanding people with disabilities, of disability etiquette, and of human etiquette.
She also says the fact that the other officer on his cell phone didn't intervene is a concern, indicating this behavior is condoned. The Colorado Cross Disability Coalition is calling for those officers to be disciplined and for Denver police to receive more training on communicating with the disabled. We asked the police union and DPD to sit down and watch the video with us today. They said no. Teresa?
They're going to see it at some point. Thank you, Jacqueline. Now, Salazar, the lady you saw there, says this all happened because she didn't immediately open the door for them. Managers had told residents there not to let anyone in that they didn't know. By the way, the officer put her in the police patrol car for about 10 minutes, then let her go. We first learned about this story from a 7 News viewer, so if you have a story for us, we'll look into it. Call us at 303-832-7777 or log on to thedenverchannel.com and click on News Tips.